the beauty standards? Do you think this phase of like BBLs and like tummy tucks and like, you know, lipo and all that stuff will like die?
I truly hope that the women that have sacrificed their life to alter their bodies, that it doesn't go out of style. They don't have long-term health issues, but who's to say? It's what falls into your algorithm ultimately, like, is what you're going to see. But I can understand from a woman's perspective that's like, I don't feel like I'm perfect and I'm seeing all of these like filtered images, airbrushed images. The reality is no one looks like that.
That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. How you feel? That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Black excellence at its finest. How that skin glow, she's a true diamond. With the world at her back, she's still smiling. Never let that crown till she stays thriving. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Keep it real. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Is that really it though?
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to That's It, That's All. And today, you know, I got my girls on the show. We have Nahdya of Chatworthy Mag. And we have Bobbie Riley of Bobbie Riley Beauty.
Hello.
And today, you know, I have been very blessed with some beautiful friends, but I do want to talk about the standard of beauty and how it affects Black women, especially in our, you know, our daily, our professional life, all that. And, you know, I happen to have two individuals here that one is a makeup artist and one talks about fashion and beauty all the time, whether she's vlogging about it, whether she's going to events about it. So I thought this was a great topic to talk about it with my girls. But before we do that, let's say cheers, guys. Cheers.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers. How y'all doing today? I can't reach you, Bobbie, but cheers. Air cheers.
Clank, 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 clank from
Air
here.
cheers. So my first question to you guys is, did you always feel beautiful? And if not, why?
Oh my God, what a loaded question.
I know. We're getting into it.
My mom forced me to really like look at the things that I loved about myself. And I got made fun of a lot in school for being so dark skinned. And I grew up in Atlanta, so it was kind of like, what? Where are you making? We're the same color. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
But because we traveled a lot, I got to see other different kinds of people and other people who appreciated my skin tone. That was really like the main thing. Like in third grade, I was wearing heels, but like as far as my skin complexion, that was always the thing that I had insecurities about. But my mom was like, oh no, we're nipping that in the bud real quick.
I feel that. How about you, Bobbie?
Wow. It's such a loaded question because I think part of me, I would say, I think in childlike form, I was so innocent to like the world and I didn't really care about those things. I don't think I was so concerned with my beauty, but I would say like my mom was my beauty standard, which was like impossible. Like she didn't wear any makeup. She had like long bone straight, like Pocahontas hair, the most beautiful skin. Like all she wore was lipstick. So it was just, that was kind of a lot for me. And she was very like, had a great body, a great form, and I was like the chubby kid in my family. So I think like for me, I think externally it felt, I guess, unattainable because I grew up in Virginia Beach. I was like one of the only Black girls in my school. And, you know, like my mom has this beautiful, perfect hair. My hair is like curly and like shrivels up. Like the shrinkage was crazy. I don't know. And like I was chubby. So I think like I wasn't concerned about that as much as I am now as a kid. But I feel like there were a lot of insecurities just because of where I grew up in like my surroundings.
No, I feel that. I grew up in the suburbs of New Jersey, and I would have to say, like, there was a time. Okay, so, but I guess this question is loaded for myself too, because I never not felt beautiful, but I didn't feel beautiful, if that makes sense. Yes. Because it was always that thing. Like my best friend, she was a light skinned woman, like red bone. But in my family's a little darker, but I was the lightest one in my family. Like if I were to show you like baby pictures and stuff like that, you would think I was going to be light skinned, and then like God had other plans, which is fine. I love my Black. Don't get me wrong. But like I guess I would compare myself to her a lot because it was just like we'd be in a room and they would immediately draw our attention. We both sang. She was a dancer, and it was like, well, hi, me too. So it's like as a child, you learn to like you have like once you grow up, you learn to like stand on your own and recognize who you are. But as a child, you are walking around comparing yourself to other people, what other people look like, who's getting the most attention. Like I remember I asked my mom for a perm just because I wanted my hair straight because girl, the shrinkage is real. Like it is a real thing. So yeah, I would have to say that that's a real thing that I ask everybody, or at least to you guys, to the audience as well. Like when we were talking about ourselves and our standard of beauty, it does come a lot from the outside. And my next question, and I think Nahdya already answered hers, was there positive influences around you to reassure you that your Black is beautiful?
I didn't know I was Black until I liked a boy, because in elementary school I grew up around a lot of white people, so I didn't even understand the concept of like, oh, you're Black until like first grade or something like that. And I was like, wait, what? I am? And it was just kind of like when I moved to Atlanta, I actually had Black friends, and even then it was still like her hair is straighter, or like her curls are more bouncy, or like looser. So I don't know, for me it was just trying to accept the things that I liked about myself, which I was getting at home, but it's completely different when you go to school and you're like, okay, I'm like, am I? Is what my mom is telling me true? So it's kind of like, a little uncomfortable because of that.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like in my household, if I were to say, I wouldn't necessarily like it was beauty, because like the women in my household were like worker bees. Like they weren't like the glam squad. Like they weren't like, that's not what the women in my family were. They were like, get a job, make sure you can take care of yourself. Like my grandmother was a nurse, worked 40 hours late, but my grandma's hair was laid. Okay, that's one thing she did not play about. She had that press and curl every 2 weeks, and my grandmother was very beautiful. Like she was, very thin. Like she was a super Southern belle. So like literally, she walked in her room and like, who's Nancy? Who's that? Whatever. But like the women I had to like learn like glam and like things like that myself, because that's not what the women in my family were like. We were beautiful, but like in a different version of what like I guess people expect that to be. I don't know. What was your positive? Do you have any positive influences? Like I know you said talking about your mom.
Yeah, so there's this book that my parents, it was like a book and a song, and my parents gave it to me because I was really attached to my grandmother, who's my nana. Her name's Bobbie, and she watched me. She was like what people would consider like a nanny. You know what I mean? That was the person that watched me when my parents weren't home. And it's called There Are No Mirrors in My Nana's House. And it's like this book, and it was by a Black author. And it was just basically saying, because like the beauty that I saw was through her, what she saw. And I think that was like my most positive influence. My mom, she ran a tight ship. Like we had to be in shape. We had to have our hair done always. We always had like the good outfits. I think it's just because of like going to private school. Like my mom probably didn't want people to like worry or be like, what's going on in their house? Like she coming to school, hair not brushed, her hair's not straight, what's going on? But my mom really ran a tight ship, and she was very cautious about my weight and just certain things about me. So I think what came most naturally to me as a positive influence of beauty was just like when I was around my Nana, and like the things that we would do, and just kind of not really viewing myself from a lens of like scrutiny.
Do you think like your mom was like the pressure cooker, and then your grandmother like let you breathe?
Yes. Totally.
Yeah, I feel that.
Totally.
I feel that a lot. Like that's kind of how my aunt was. Like she was like the pressure cooker. Like you went to her house, there was a certain way you had to be. There was a certain thing you had to do. And then my uncle was like, like judge and jury. Like to this day, we're like, what? Like, to this day. So I feel you on that.
It's hard.
Has your looks ever been challenged by your counterparts, whether it was professionally or personally?
I think more for me, it was.
That was a trigger. She said triggered. You triggered.
Okay. So I have dated all different types of men, but most of them were not Black.
Okay.
And I had this thing about like my scarf and my bonnet, and it was just always like a thing. What is that in your head? What, like, and I didn't feel as sexy or attractive because I'm going to sleep with this thing on my head. He's not used to that. And it's kind of like, you know, when you're getting into it, it's like he's staring at it, you know? Just like, I can't wear this. But I'm like, my hair.
It was like, I gotta protect my hair.
I gotta protect my hair, my edges, like,
I gotta protect it.
And, you know, sometimes it gets to the point where, like, I wrap my hair, like wig cap and the scarf and the bonnet, you know,
like,
it's multi-layered.
It's
serious.
I need to keep it tight. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. I don't know. Like, I don't know if, I guess the challenge for me is that, again, it goes to the hair. It's to the hair because I'm like, don't reach my hair. Like, or I would feel like, okay, so one of the reasons why I stopped wearing wigs was because if I wanted to like have sex or whatever, I would be afraid it would fall off. And I'd like, again, like I dated all my race. And I always had this biggest fear that like, if I knew I was going to have sex, I needed to make sure whatever my hair was doing, it was tacked down.
Yeah.
Because I would feel comfortable. Like I had that motion where you're like this and then like, in the dark
Oh
you're trying to like make sure it's like, I'm like, look, leave me alone. But like the challenge is, it was just more so like asking like, why do I wear this, or why do I have to do this, or like, you know, like pressing my hair. I was pressing my hair one day and it was like, smelled like, you know, burning. And it was like, why would you do that? Why would you like, don't ask me no questions. Like
this ain't for you.
Right.
This ain't for you.
This is not your
for you to
ministry.
question. You just enjoy the aftermath, okay?
Yeah.
Enjoy the aftermath. But yeah, definitely was around my hair too. I agree with that.
Yeah.
For me, I'm trying to think of like if there's anything. I'd say if anything, my environment has always shown me how beautiful that I am. And I mean, I've only dated black men. I haven't had any experiences with any other races, to be honest. Like when I was in middle school, when I lived in Atlanta, I tried to date a white guy and he was like, I can't bring you home. And I was like, okay. So like from there, it was just like, never doing that again. And it wasn't like he didn't think I was beautiful. It was like, yeah, like my parents straight up would not be down for this. So I'm just going to let you down easy. And then I think from there, I just was so scarred from that I only really dated black guys. And no one has ever like questioned like my scarf, my ponytails, my random ponytails on the bureau. I just said, like, I was at my man's house. I was like, oh, babe, I left my ponytail. Could you bring the ponytail? So I've very much so had the opposite experience of like always feeling very encouraged and like embraced to like be myself. I do have like Southern grandparents, so I was raised like you look good like when you're around your man. So I'm like, I didn't necessarily like primp so much. Like I didn't always have makeup on, or I don't always have makeup on when I'm around him. But like seldomly does he see me like in my, like it's like after, so I'm putting on the bonnet and the scarf. And like, you know, so that's just the way that I was raised.
Like it's just sleep.
Yeah, it's like this is just for sleep. And like
sleep.
if I just got my hair pressed or something, like you're not about to sweat my hair out.
Right. Like
that's what it's gonna be. Like you gotta understand.
Have you had any of those experiences like professionally? Like I know you work on set a lot, like you're on set a lot, we're all on set a lot. So have you had any like instances where like you got that side eye, or you like did something, or like
No, I haven't.
Actually, yes. So I had a manager at a department store. We're not gonna shade any department stores on here. I had a manager at a department store that told me, because I would sometimes like come, my hair was like kind of wet, I would just throw it back, it's curly, or like I would wear it out or like whatever, but I don't really wear that much makeup. Like this is how much makeup that I typically wear on a regular, unless I'm like going to an event, like when you guys met me at the event, like okay, I was like beat, but on a regular day this is probably the amount of makeup that I'm wearing, just because I like my skin to breathe. I love my skin, it's clear. Like, you know, people come up to me when I work in a department store and they're like, what are you using on your skin? Like I was getting a lot of like, you know, clients through that. And they took me in the back and they were like, it's unacceptable, like the way that you come to work, like your hair and your makeup is just like not done to like our standard. And that was probably like, I was really confused, because I was like, I'm your beauty stylist, like I'm your VIP stylist, like you should feel confident in what I'm doing, like to make sales happen. But
Yeah.
that was probably the only time, which was really
I guess that
interesting.
kind of brings up. I used to work at Abercrombie, but because I grew up a lot,
Wait, Abercrombie wasn't that? No, that was Hollister that did that whole.
Did what?
it was Abercrombie.
It was
and
Abercrombie.
Fitz.
Yes, they have
So
a
did
whole
what?
documentary
about the guy, and he's all like,
and like how he
sleeping
was
with the
picking
guys.
people,
Yeah.
like specific like model type
Yeah.
looks,
He
and
was
it was
sleeping
like.
with him.
Well, there's a whole other part, but the whole thing was just about like the beauty standards
Yeah.
in that show.
Oh,
like he was literally
wow.
picking people, telling people, and then he had like it was a whole thing. But go ahead, Abercrombie.
Well, because I grew up around a lot of white people, I had already gone through like the process of, okay, well, my hair needs to be straight, and as long as it's straight, and I'm wearing the Abercrombie clothes, and I think that's it. Kind of made me who I am a little bit, but that was really the only time. But even then, like the girl who I was interviewing with, oh my God. I'm like, first off, do you not know what you're interviewing for? Like, this is one of those, like, they have a look, right?
Right.
But she came in just like she didn't look like she was going for a job interview in the first place.
Right.
But then to go to this particular interview and like, just the different, it was just like wild, but that was probably my only experience. And looking back on it, it's like there was never a moment where I felt confident to wear my natural hair until I saw Our Kind of People. That show, and that was like came out a couple years ago. So like I recently went through that transition of feeling like, wait, I can do that with my hair?
Right.
I like, wait, hold up. There's like a whole slew of products. Because, I went through the phase of like, I feel like a child when my hair is natural. I don't feel as sexy, it's shorter.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
There's something about like straightening my hair that just makes me feel like.
But see, I don't know.
Less spicy.
I always felt like the opposite. Like even like so even though I wear like natural hairstyles, I don't really wear my natural hair out, if that makes sense. Like because I like volume.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
hair when it's straight, it's straight. Like,
Yeah, mine
it's
gets
no
straight,
poof.
too.
So I be feeling like I like lose my face. I lose my edge. So I've always I always like curls, but they needed to be a wave. It wasn't like an afro or something.
Yeah.
So I get that, but I needed volume because my hair when it's straight is not as voluminous as when it's like whatever, and that's just the shape of my face. So that's what I kind of gravitated to. But I feel you, like people will look at you crazy and you're like, this is just me, like let me live.
Yeah, I would be like, this is just who I am. Like sometimes, like my hair used to be really long and black, and so like when I wore my hair big, it's like some of the curls in the front were like 3B. So they were kind of wavy, and then like my curls in the back were very, very defined. So it wasn't like all, it just kind of looked like a lion. Like my
Yeah.
hair is super big. It's like day 3 curls, and then I come in and I'm like have this much makeup
And
on.
it was before they
you know?
like start telling us how to actually do it.
Yeah.
That was a thing. Like we can do it, but it was just like, okay, no, maybe you need this mousse to like keep this right. And like you
Right.
said, it like that's a recent thing. Like and you see more and more of people being proud of like what grows out of their head, how they look, the urbanism of what they're doing.
Yeah.
And the fact that it is being shown on TV and like they're shown on the news. It's like there was a I forgot her name, but a newscaster just had a fro on. We would never see on the news CNN a lady
Right.
with a
It's
fro.
true.
Like
Yeah.
you know
We did
what I mean?
it.
Like
We
you
did
didn't
it.
see it. Like so
Yeah.
now we're seeing it and it's giving us representation, which is great. But that goes into my next question: how much of a role do you think the media plays in how we deem what is beautiful?
Well, social media, influencers, like celebrities, you can't ignore it. And for me, I work in the realm of creators.
Yeah.
So I am really, really inspired by how different people can come up with new ways to do with their makeup, their hair. So like it 100% influences me and my life, and even that show, Our Kind of People, watching celebrity hairstylists do so many unique styles just blows my mind. And for me, it runs my life. Like, that's how I know what to do and what I want to try.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it does because you work in the world of magazines. And magazines is like our first entry. I think like we all can relate to like seeing our parents' magazines around the house and stuff, and like just looking at these beautiful images of black and brown and white and beige, like just all of these different colors of women, and like looking at the standards change constantly.
Well, like so I had a conversation with a male friend of mine, and they were talking about how, I hate to use this term, but I guess if I put it blatantly in how it was presented, it was more like, I don't even want to say good women versus bad women, because that's not what it was said. I forgot what it was, but technically it was like the natural beauties versus the women that, get BBLs or like surgeries or things like that to make to make themselves feel more beautiful or look more beautiful, kind of I guess trying to keep up with what they see on television and what they see in the media. Like they're saying like hoes are winning. Like that's what that's what has been like said out there. And I was kind of like, I don't know if we want to say that much, but I will. It's I mean that's what they say. That's what they say. That's what we read.
They might be winning now, but it's a long game.
But it's also like it's a long game, right? It's a long game. So like that's what I mean about like the beauty standards. Like like what are we doing? Like, do you think this phase of like BBLs and like tummy tucks and like lipo and all that stuff will like die?
I truly hope that the women that have sacrificed their life to alter their bodies, that it doesn't go out of style, or that they don't have long-term health issues. But who's to say? I think that it's what falls into your algorithm ultimately, like, is what you're going to see. For me, I am very much so inspired, like you said, like very inspired, like by, like other women, seeing other women like do things and be beautiful. And like, especially as a makeup artist, like learning new ways to like create, and just, it's just like a surge of creativity. So I don't find it being like making me feel insecure. But I can understand from a woman's perspective that's like, I don't feel like I'm perfect, and I'm seeing all of these like, filtered images, airbrushed images of people. It's like, but the reality is no one looks like that. Like, let's just
all cap because
reel it in.
The filters.
No one looks like that.
The filters. No one looks like that. And then it's also
not even with makeup.
Like I wanted to bring this question to you, Bobbie. Like, what made you even want to become a makeup artist? Like, what?
It was such an early childhood. Like, I loved doing. I actually started doing my own hair at 13. I just would come to this. I had such bad like salon experiences because my hair was like somewhere between my mom's and my dad's. So my hair can be like curly like this, but it can also be straight like that. And I was having like really bad hair experiences. Like my hair would be like super frizzy and like stuff. And I was just like, give me this straightener. Let me do my own hair. So I learned how to do my own hair, like everything. If it was dyeing, if it was cutting it, everything. Before I even went to cosmetology school, that bathroom was my cosmetology school that I had. And so that's kind of how I got started. When my parents saw that I had an interest in it, they were like, oh, well, let's buy her some mannequin heads. Like, let's let her like do her thing. Like, this is her way of like her medium of creation. My father is in music. So we've always had like a very supportive, creative household. It was never like, become a doctor or nurse. It was like, you're going to probably be doing something in the arts because you're classically trained in music and theater and instruments, like all this stuff. So I kind of knew I would like fall into like some realm of creativity. I didn't know it could be a professional career until I saw like the Mac Girls, of course. And then after seeing the Mac Girls, I was like, okay, I want to be a Mac Girl. And I just kept auditioning. Never got it. Which is okay.
Because that was spicy. I know a lot of amazing makeup artists that kept trying to get to that and they would not.
But it's okay because now I have like a relationship, like a PR relationship with them and sponsorships from them.
So I'm like, look at God. Look at God.
And I've like done, like they've invited me to like view their new collections and stuff like that. So it's cool because it's like, now it's like full circle. But I was actually doing music with my sisters and they were like, hey, they're professional dancers at the time. They've danced for everyone. Beyonce, Rihanna, all the people, Trey Songz, like all these people. Lady Gaga can go on forever. They have amazing resumes, but they were like, girl, you're at our age that we started to like do what we do professionally.
Well, these your older sisters?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were raising me. I was living with them here in LA, and they were like, you need to like have something for yourself. You're really good at makeup. Let's take you on set. You should be a production makeup artist. So they kind of made the decision for me that it was something I was going to do professionally.
Awesome.
My sister took me on set with her, and she introduced me to the makeup artist. She was like, yeah, she's looking for to be able to assist somebody, and you need to get her number and like whatever. So I got the lady's number, the makeup artist. I ended up working with her for 5 years later, but her first call to me, she's like, I have a gig and I need an assistant. It's today. At this point, I didn't have a kit. I literally had just decided I was going to be a makeup artist. So I was like, I can't come today. Like, I can't. And she was like, if you keep rejecting like kind of opportunities I'm giving you, then I'm not going to call you. So like, you need to get ready. And that was that. And it's been a wrap. Like,
I'm sure
ever
you went
since.
got that kit real quick.
I sure did. I was like going to freaking CVS and whatever I could, and like getting whatever I could together just to like go, you know, even if I'm just taking brushes or whatever. And I worked under her for 5 years, and then after that I started building my own clientele, and now sometimes I see her on jobs.
Like, hi,
great.
thank you though, hi. And Nahdya, how did your brand become about beauty and style and all those great things? And the wait, what do you say?
Music, beauty, and style, random shit you
What
want to
you
know
talking-
about.
I was like, it's the random shit you want to know about.
Random shit you want to know about. That's the part.
Let's see. I don't really remember how it got started. I'm pretty sure my sister helped me come up with Chatworthy. And over the years, I work in marketing, and I have always worked with influencers, managing them, running influencer events for brands. And I really just fell in love with creating. I've been doing YouTube videos since 2012. So like, I love production, I love creators, and there's no space for them to sort of show their talents outside of their own platforms. And I think it's really hard as a creative to get opportunities, one, and two, venture out beyond just your Instagram account, right? So I love showcasing what is different and what is unique and what is something you've never ever tried before. And like, Chatworthy is where you're gonna get those creators who are creating those amazing looks. And it's just as simple as like, I do my own makeup most of the time unless I'm going to an event. But like, I worked with Crazy Kid. He's a makeup maven. I love him. And he literally taught me to put color just like in the middle of my, I don't even know what these are. What is this?
The inner corners.
My inner corners. But like, it's literally little things like that where it's like really amazing beauty on the go, but then also trying intricate things. And there's so much you can do, especially as a Black woman.
Yeah.
I am always changing.
See, I am afraid of makeup. Like, I like a natural beat. You know, I do my makeup myself. I have the same look. The only thing that typically changes is my lipstick, and it depends on what I'm wearing. To be honest with
Truly.
you, like, I like my look. Like, I've never been big on eyeshadows or whatever. Like, even when I do get my makeup done, I say no, just give me like a soft glam. Like, I'm actually terrified of eyeshadow.
You're terrified of eyeshadow?
I am because I
for an
don't think it
intervention.
looks good on me. Like, even though it
Oh, it
like
would be
somebody can
beautiful.
like beat like some like I've had my face beat. Like, I mean, I'm a singer. You know, I've had it done. It's just I look at myself and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
but like I personally am not a fan of it. But I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Like, people that can, especially like, do you watch the Next Up. I think it's called the Next Up, the makeup competition show.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite
it's
shows.
something up. The
Yeah, I think
something
it's
up.
like-
I can't remember.
Yeah, I
what
think
it
it's called
is.
the Next Up. Maybe I should have researched that, but I didn't know I was going to talk about it. But anyway, it's a British
I love that lady with the
competition.
magnifying glass.
Yes,
She be right. She's like, I've never seen that, and that scared me too. It
Yes.
shook my boots. I'm like watching the show, like I'm
Yes,
not even on
her
it, but
stuff, on her
she just
stuff.
scares me. She just makes me clutch my pearls.
Now, so we talk about makeup, we talk about hair. My favorite thing, my thing though, that I'm really adamant and very super adamant about is skincare. Like I am a serum, a moisturizer, a scrub, a mask queen. Like I don't play. Like I'll be at home, my man's in the bed or whatever. He's like, "What do you do?" He's like, "Can you come out? You got the shower." But I was like, first of all, I'm on step 2. I was like, I have to wait until my serum dries. I can't just put my moisturizer on. Like he's like thinks I'm a crazy person. But like skincare is very big for me. Like even like my body skincare, like I have body scrubs and all that. Like how does that go hand in hand with you guys? Are you guys like okay? Or you guys are like,
God,
I'm here with it.
Yeah.
I love the acne preventing stuff, but for me, it's more of a relaxation thing. Like I go to the Korean sauna a lot, and so that's usually when I do like most of my stuff. Or if I'm stressed, like under eye mask, face mask, mud mask. Like I'm a mask
So I'm about to
person.
do all the masks and
All
that's
the
gonna
masks.
take
The
away.
serums and stuff, I don't really get too much into.
really?
'cause
The
it
serums
takes
are
too
the best.
long.
That's
So
the
I just
best.
like I'm just
So
like
serums pull anything that you're putting on before or after your serum deeper. So it actually makes your products absorb better, and then you can also use serums to like for any preventative measure. It could be anti-aging. It could be hyaluronic acid if
Love
you need
hyaluronic
it.
acid.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be whatever, but you'll usually find that in your serums and obviously
Okay.
your exfoliants. But yeah, they're
Yeah.
I do exfoliate a lot.
Serums.
I love exfoliating.
I'm telling you, and then
All
these
of it.
vitamin C serums
Yes.
too.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
girl, just
I
get
used to
into
have
the
this lip
serum.
one. I used
Yeah.
to have this lip scrub. There was this vitamin C lip scrub.
Okay,
It was great. My favorite brand right now though is The Ordinary. The Ordinary.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
I do love the ordinary
They're
stuff.
so good.
So there's this product that I want to try by them that's like supposed to be really great for hyperpigmentation, and
Are you
people have
talking
been
about the one
telling
that's
me
red? It's like a red.
Yes,
it's like,
that peel.
It's the best.
I use
Peel.
that.
It's the best.
I use
it's
that.
the best.
That
Is it
gets
great?
me
It
right.
is amazing. It's
Yeah.
literally like, first of all, you can't leave it on more than 10 minutes. Like
Yeah,
it literally
it
says in the
burns.
instruction. It literally
It
says in the
burns.
instruction. No, it doesn't.
It burns me.
It doesn't burn.
Yo.
Burn. It doesn't burn. Like
I'm
it gets
not
a little-
trying to burn.
It's a little tingly, but
It's
they tell you don't keep it on for more than 10 minutes. But when I tell you wipe it off, your face is like hi.
Yeah.
Really?
Like
Okay,
their
I'm buying it
products are
tonight.
like, and what I like about their products is that they're like natural, but they're like scientific at the same time. They're definitely like putting the 2 and 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
But then also too, they have very well paired of what you need for what. Like it's not like an extensive brand. Like it's not an
Yeah,
extensive
I've seen
line.
And
like
they're
their
affordable.
Yeah, it's super
I've seen
affordable.
their brand. I think I just and I get so many like PR stuff and like things.
Well, we're
I
gonna
don't
tell
even.
you now. Get the Ordinary.
I'm going to get this peel.
Yes,
for sure.
the peel is good. Their eye serum is good.
Okay,
Like,
I have an eye serum that I'm like really,
Yes.
really loving right now. So I'm gonna.
I mean, keep your eye serum, but that peel is dope.
Wait. You need to try. It's Aztec like powder.
oh yeah, the Aztec
with-
powder mask
Apple cider vinegar?
Yes.
Yes, girl.
What?
You can do that with your hair and face. You can literally like
On
put
your
that-
hair?
on your hair.
Yes, it's a whole thing. You can put it on your neck all the way through your hair, and then you wash it off. It's great for
I'm,
everything.
gonna do that with
love,
I'm
like,
not with
it
my
just
man because
takes
he's gonna
off
come in like,
everything.
what
Definitely don't do it in front of your man.
the-
Definitely
Oh,
don't
I'd
do it
do it in front of my man.
Well, your man.
We'll
is
do it
wild.
together.
I know he is wild.
He's right there with you.
He's like,
you guys
do I
have,
need to do this
You
too?
guys have the right. She got,
Actually, my man's
she got
like
the
that
right
too.
pairing of
He'll, like,
crazy.
see
They're-
stuff.
I know they're in that house wilding out.
He'll see stuff and he'll be like, do I need to do?
Look, I'm here for a man that
Do I
cares
need
about
to do this?
skincare. Like,
do whatever I need him to do.
Okay. So I'm gonna pose this in 2 questions. The first question is, what is the one thing that if it isn't right will make you feel ugly? Because we definitely all have one.
Okay.
I
So
gotta think about mine. You go.
makeup and foundation color. This is like makeup artists need to understand color matching, especially new makeup artists.
Yeah.
Brown. There are so many different shades of brown, and a lot of the times it comes
Like
out
Hollywood.
ashy and powdery and ghostly if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And like, I'm the kind of person that's, if I'm getting my beat to do an interview or whatever, so like I'm just gonna be like, whatever, I don't have time to take it all off and start over. So but like that's one thing that I'm like,
Do you ever bring your foundation with
Yeah,
you?
do you bring your
Well,
shade,
now I
girl?
do.
You like, at this point, I'm bringing my
That's right.
shade.
I was like, at this point, you
No.
might
What
have
you're
to
not
bring
going to
your
do
shade.
is
Yeah.
mess me up.
yeah, no, I do.
Okay, well, you need to call me.
I really do
Because
She said, I can't have that.
shit, yeah, I can't have that. Because we have every color in the key. We keep every color. For me, I feel like if I'm having like a bad skin day, like nothing's gonna sit right. Like my makeup isn't gonna be what I want it to be. I'm gonna have to figure out some type of hairstyle to half cover whatever's going on. I have eczema on this side of my face, so sometimes my skin, like, I'll have like eczema flare ups if it's like super hot outside, or if my allergies are acting up, just like whatever. So I hate that. Yeah, I just can't. Oof,
Mine
it's not
is my
right.
hair. Like, I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with my hair has to be done. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm going to the gym. I don't care if it's in a fro. It has a little bow on it. Like, and I know I get that from my grandmother. Like, my grandmother, she did not play about her person. Girl, I told y'all that before. She did not play. She was raining outside. She had them rain caps. She did not play. And it was always a thing, like, you know, one thing about being a woman and, like, girly and feminine, it was make sure your hair is
Make
done.
sure
So
your
that's
hair is
always
done.
that has always stuck with me. And so why, like, you'll see me. We just started our budding relationship, but Nadia has seen me in a million hairstyles.
Yeah.
I
She's
love
seen me
it.
in a million hairstyles.
And you will see me in a million.
Okay, because
Like, you see me in a
I was like,
million.
that would make me like, my hair is, I don't care if my nails is done, I don't care, all of that can go.
Yeah.
My hair
That's
is not
true.
done.
Yeah.
It stresses me out.
Yeah.
Like, I literally plan what I'm going to do around when I can do my hair. Like, if I got braids in, I'm like, okay, I got this coming up, this is when I gotta take them out to do this.
Yeah.
Like, it's a thing. Like, I get anxiety around it. So that's my one thing.
Okay.
All right, so the next question would be, what are some things that make you feel good about yourself? Like, when you know you put these on, or you wear this, or how you wear it.
My lashes and my outfit.
Ooh, that's good.
Like when my lashes look bomb, and then also when I'm like, I really just love my look, like my outfit. I just know, like, they might be able to beat me, like Rihanna says, they might be able to beat me, but they can't beat my
Not
outfit.
be my outfit.
okay.
Mine is probably my hair. Yeah, if my hair is done, I know, like, whatever I put on at that point is gonna be fine. You know.
Okay. I would say, again, my hair. Again, as you guys know, I was obsessed with my hair. But a good pair of shoes.
Okay.
A good pair of shoes. If I got
She's
a
a
good
shoe
pair of
girl.
shoes, I'm a shoe girl. But not even like necessarily heels, like just cool shoes. Like I really like I don't really, the only thing I don't really wear are sneakers. Like I have like a few pairs, but like I like a cool flat, like a high top. I love a boot. Like it's the shoe. Like my shoes are usually my accessory most of the time. Like I
Okay.
use my shoes as my accessory. So that would be my thing. All right. So I'd like to play a little game before we wrap up here.
Let's do it.
And you know,
Love
so this or
games.
that, and you know, we're in
Okay.
the beauty realm and how we making, you know, you make yourself feel good and people around you. So we're gonna go for it, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. Is this or that? You can choose to say both if you want to, or you can say that one or that one, okay?
Okay.
Makeup or a fresh face?
Makeup.
Who are you looking at?
I'm just looking around. Fresh face.
Fresh face.
Yeah, I was struggling there.
Fresh
Because I'm a
face.
makeup artist. Like,
I like a light beat. I don't need a full beat, but a light beat. Because I have like a chicken pox scar that I be needing to cover. I hate it. I do. It's like right here. And it's
Girl,
like
it's
annoying.
probably the smallest thing.
No, it's actually very deep. I just do a good job at concealing it. Okay. Skirts or pants?
Pants.
Skirts. Long skirts, so like maxis.
I like skirts. I'm a skirt.
I don't
girl.
like short skirts, like mini skirts. Like I can't do because the booty will fall out.
true.
See, I like those for like pictures.
Yes, it'll be
But,
like a
like-
cute Y2K picture, but
Yeah.
after that, she's coming down.
I
She's
just did
coming
a whole
off.
video on how to sit in a mini skirt.
See this? Yeah, immediately.
Okay. Dresses or a jumpsuit?
Dress.
It depends on
I
like
like
what's
a
the
jumpsuit.
vibe.
I like a
I mean, I am wearing a jumpsuit.
I like a jumpsuit because I don't
but
like.
she
I don't like
loves
thinking
a
about-
dress.
I don't like to think about my outfit. So typically, if you give me a 2-piece or 1-piece and I
What
can
about the
accessorize
dress?
it, I mean, I like the jumpsuit. You know why?
dress?
Because
I think I'm gonna go with the jumpsuit,
I feel like the
too.
jumpsuit, like depending on like on your bloating days or not bloating days, when you have a dress on, it doesn't quite cinch you together as a jumpsuit does. On
Yeah,
your
like
back.
this. This is the tie.
Yeah,
is
like
really
you need that
holding
tie
me.
sometimes. You know, like period
Yeah.
times. Just like a dress, it'll show all out. You know what I mean? Like
I
you have
think jumpsuits are like day to night.
Right.
Like, I
Yeah.
can do a whole day in a jumpsuit.
in a jumpsuit.
I don't know. I'd wear my dress for the whole time.
Okay, here.
I think
All
that's
right.
where I'm really girly.
Lipstick or lip gloss?
Gloss.
Gloss.
baby.
honey.
Gloss.
Come on, from New York. It's the toy.
Wait. Lip gloss or lip stain?
Gloss.
Okay.
Gloss
I don't
is
like
still
lip
gonna
stain.
win.
It takes too
I
long to
don't.
take off.
I also just don't like the stain idea.
Yeah.
I like
I
a
steer
matte
clear
here
of
and
a
there,
stain.
depending on what I need to get done. Like when I'm performing and I'm singing, I'd rather have a matte because otherwise
Matte's
it'll get all
fine,
over
but
my, all
stain
over my mi-
is like they're hard to get off.
That's what I'm
And then
saying.
like, what if I like? Sometimes I decide after I leave the house, like, no, I
Not
bring
that
a couple.
color,
Yeah,
yeah.
I bring a couple lipsticks with me, so I'm like, no, not a stain because then I can't
just stain.
change it.
Okay, straight or curly hair?
Straight.
I say curly.
I like
do
curly,
like
too.
my
I like
curly
good curly,
hair.
good
I love
curly.
my. I mean, my hair's curly right now.
I like curls. I like a good curl. And I love to see one of my favorite things, and it happens in my hair, and I'm not just saying it because it happens in my hair. I love a good ponytail, and you can see that little wave
The
in their
wave.
hair. Like, it is
Like a little
so
crinkle.
That's why I like how my hair is.
Right,
I just had to
it's
leave
like-
it in a
it's-
mask this morning, but yeah,
It's
I like my
I don't
little
know.
crinkle.
It's that little wave there. Not necessarily because you definitely want it slick. Like you
Yeah.
definitely want a slick ponytail, but it's always that little. You could tell like it's somebody's hair pattern, what their hair pattern is based on that little wave. Okay, perfume or body oils?
I've never really used body oils.
I love body oils.
I love a good body oil because also,
and they last longer.
yeah, they last longer and then they make you look all glistening.
It's glistening.
Well, I use
No.
body oils for like lotion now, but not as like a perfume. Like it's like by
No,
lotion.
the scented
I
one,
use
they
body
last
oil, lotion,
forever.
and
Yes, I use
perfume.
all of them.
So I'm
all
gonna
of
say
it.
both of them.
I want both of them. Okay,
Both.
lotion or body butter?
Body
Body
butter.
butter.
Hey, body butter. That is our game on this and that beauty edition. Period. I didn't answer that question. Well, ladies, thank y'all so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
At the end of my
It's so
show, I always like to leave a message, whether it's to your viewers or to your inner child. And
Okay.
I would like to pose a question. If you had to tell your child, your inner child or your younger self, about how to accept yourself in their beauty standards and their own beauty standards, what would you say to them?
There's nobody like you. Nobody. Trust yourself. Like, look at yourself and remind yourself of all the amazing things that you are. Like, that's what I would say.
Yes. Oh, that was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to. I would say you're beautiful. Don't think about what people think of you. Don't live your life based on that. Don't live your life based on anyone else's actions or words or what people think you should do. Trust your instinct. You were born with a gift. Use it.
All right, guys. So there you have it again. Thank you, Nahdya. Thank you, Bobbie, for showing up. And if you guys had any questions about what we talked about today, or if you can relate to anything that we talked about today, please don't hesitate to give us some feedback. Talk to us. Start up the conversation. Email at us. If it's a topic you want to hear, or you have any questions for these ladies specifically about any of their businesses or how they go through life, are you related to one of them? Feel free to reach out to them as well. Their information will be in this post. Like, subscribe, share. That's it.
That's all.
Daz It Daz All is written by me, KC Carnage, and produced by myself and Barrio Dill. Associate producer, Bri Coorey. Assistant producer, Larissa Donahoe. Audio and video engineering and studio facilities provided by S.L.A.P Studios LA with distribution through our collective for social progress and cultural expression, S.L.A.P the network. If you have any ideas for a show you want to hear or see, please email us at info@slapthepower.com. And as always, go to dazitdazall.com and sign up there to make sure you will never miss a thing. See you next show.